Cancer. We'll be having a look at will they come back, and when, anything we can get around timing, and of course how it all will happen and what it would be like when you do reconnect. And so we'll see any other messages that can come up in the cards about this person. So will they come back, when and how? Let's have a look. Cancer. Okay, Cancer, so you've got the time of Gemini, so Gemini season with the Lovers, and also the Fool card. So for some of you, it could be that this person resurfaces perhaps in the time of Aries or Gemini. I feel like if it's not around those times, you also had Leo here as well, so I don't know if this is this time next. Now, the Lovers card represents things like a bond, a union, a relationship, but this is in fact reversed. So Cancer, the Tower card could indicate, the Fool could indicate the Tower card. This is foolishness. Notice that the Fool sees what's happening with the Tower card, but he just goes into it regardless of what's happening here. So this is someone who potentially doesn't have boundaries, or it's someone who might self-sabotage things. They're too impulsive, or they're going ahead too forward. They may have a very complicated history around them, Cancer. Maybe something that doesn't necessarily involve you, because the Tower card is somewhat traumatic. It's unforeseen circumstances the couple falls from, what they've built here. So it could be that someone's history, either them growing up, maybe from a previous relationship, that's really impacting them here. Now, for some of you, this person will resurface, but this behavior will continue to happen. It's either, I don't necessarily feel like it's them bringing in the past, but it's like they continue to do things that are foolish, or continue to do things that sabotage the connection. Communication card is reversed with the Lovers card as well. So for some of you, this could indicate that you will go into a period of no contact. No communication. Maybe you'll block each other. Maybe this person won't respond. Maybe you may not respond to them, but communication is reversed. So one of you will have to be the one to do it. But it's about swallowing your pride. You know, with the Fool card here, he's someone's going to have to swallow their pride and be the first one to take initiation. But I feel like both of you are potentially uncomfortable with a situation to do that. Yeah, I think it's that. Seven of Pentacles, this is a card of serious contemplation. You have a lot of serious thinking to do, Cancer, knowing what you know about this person, and if they do come back and reconnect. But it's also, I feel like they need time to think very seriously about things. The Empress is reversed, and she can represent things like family, fertility, and growing in the relationship. The Lovers card is also here. So I feel like there is potential for a new beginning with this person, but it's going to be a fleeting connection. Unless things change seriously, you know, the Seven of Pentacles, you come together and you talk about a future, because either one of you doesn't want a relationship, maybe doesn't want children, and that could, you know, doesn't want the relationship to grow and be more than it is. And that could really prevent this connection from going further, especially if you are wanting a serious relationship. Maybe you're wanting children, more children, maybe you're wanting to adopt, you want that family connection. And if you're not getting that, then this relationship, that, you know, there might not be an opportunity for this relationship to progress forward. If there is communication is reversed. I feel like when you do reconnect, it may be in person, because we see the Lovers card standing right in front of each other. You may reconnect for like physical pleasure, because the Tower card can be seen as a symbol, like a phallic symbol. And then we see the nude figures here. The Empress is about attraction, but she's reversed here. So it's either it's attraction, like lust, or sleeping together, or even an affair that's going to bring you back to this person. But the opportunity for a full-blown relationship right now is coming up reversed. But like I said, it doesn't mean that it could indicate that this person does not want a relationship or a relationship is not possible. But I do think it's going to be maybe lust that brings the two of you back together. But the Fool card could indicate that you will continue to make the same mistakes before this connection ended or before they pulled away, whether it's you or them, Cancer. One of you could continue to make mistakes because the fool tends to do them. And like I said, he's walking directly into the Tower, yet he's prepared to take that risk and go into that. It's risky behavior. It could be that when they do come back, it's a bit risky, or even if you're in no contact, you might still hear about them. You might still see them on social media. Hey, maybe you know them through work people, Cancer, but their behavior, might change a lot for you actually. When you find out about the things that they're doing, I don't know if they're being promiscuous, I don't know if they're being self-destructive in a way, but that might actually put you off a little bit, Cancer. I think, again, the Seven of Pentacles would indicate that there's a lot of seriousness that's needed, because this is like deep contemplation. So unless there's drastic change either on this person's part or your part, it could indicate that the connection may not happen. But that's just because the Lovers is reversed. I mean, the fact that the Lovers came up at all, I think, is a sign that a relationship is possible, but it's upside down. And the fact that the Tower card is here, it's behavior that doesn't constitute a relationship. The Empress is lack of growth, lack of movement forward. So it's someone that, or it's a connection where I think you both want each other, but for some reason, one or both of you aren't willing to offer everything up, or you aren't willing to go into a traditional relationship. And you're sort of like looking at how far you've come in the connection, etc., and seeing like if something can happen here. But like I said, Gemini and Aries seasons are coming up. I don't know if this is apt for some of you, or maybe if you are dealing with a Gemini, Aries, and you did have the Strength card, which is Leo. So that could be when things start to take place, take shape, take form. Cancer, you might have another connection when this person resurfaces. The Lovers card, the Fool. There's a couple here, but there's also another couple in this card. One is like a darker, more destructive connection. The other one is maybe a little bit more enticing. But by the time this person resurfaces or comes back to you, you might have someone else. Or you could attempt to reconnect with this person, but they might also have someone on the side. But it's more, the Fool is more naive rather than like malicious. So maybe they try to do something, maybe it's like in an innocent way, but it might not come across that way for some reason, Cancer, and it might affect you, and it might affect the way you want to move forward with this person, if you want to move forward at all. But I feel like you might reconnect, you might meet on like a drunken night out, it could even be like a booty call, it could be quite unexpected. The Fool card, he doesn't really plan ahead or see what's ahead, so there's lack of intention somehow. So either it's very unexpected, it's very sudden, or it may start out more physical rather than more intimate. But also communication is reversed, so you won't, for some reason, it's either you can't reconnect with them intellectually, or you feel like you can't speak about what happened, or how you pulled away, or it's like communication is reversed. So maybe this person isn't ready to explain everything, or maybe you just don't want to reconnect. You don't feel intellectually as binded to them as you once did before, Cancer. So time will tell. But thanks again for tuning in. I do hope this has been helpful.